Hello and welcome. My name is Felmora, and I'll be recapping the fourth round in the GT Creator Series. The first race here is with the Super Formula 1 cars at Daytona International Speedway. This is hosted by Kirith and joined with 9 other streamers as they make it through the first corner. Leading up into the International Horseshoe, we're going to have Rycam, unfortunately, carry a little bit too much speed and go a bit wide. Our first side-by-side battle, we've got Playwright and Kirith. They're looking to battle for fourth. A little bit of contact there, nothing too bad. Playwright gains 2 positions here, getting past Kirith and Gran Games on the outside. Good move. Chunky gains 5th position, sneaking up on the straight here on Kirith. And he's looking like he's got a lot of speed, so actually catching up to Gran Games as well, and maybe can sneak into a slipstream. And they come battling out of the horseshoe with Gran Games and Chunky side by side. Chunky just hitting purple. He's got a lot of speed to him on the last lap. Takes the inside, kind of squeezes Gran Games a little bit, and unfortunately he's not able to adjust and goes wide. We've got a battling Kirith and Deacon Do slipping by, and you can see Deacon Do is right on Kirith's tail. Coming down the stretch, that's just going to be a pass at some point. Tries to do it before the chicane, doesn't quite get it, but gets it on the next stretch coming into the 3rd lap. Deacon Do going purple as well. That's probably helped by the slipstream. Side by side, Deacon Do wins the position 5 for a bit. Now we're going to check in on Gran Games, as he is looking to catch up to Mike, but encounters a leggy Phantom Buster, who almost lost it there. That was a close one. Gran Games probably just reacting to that, trying to stay safe around the leg, and Phantom Buster legs off into the sunset. Kirith losing another position down the stretch. This one will be to Mike, as he's looking to get a little bit in his slipstream. Gets past him just before the 4th lap. They're going to have to battle into the first corner. Up ahead, though, is Deacon Do, as he looked to have a slow entry in the corner 1, so Mike also has a little bit of an error coming out of the corner. Kirith's definitely looking for somewhere to go. He's going to try to take the underside as Mike goes wide, but almost loses it himself. We're going to have to reattempt this with Mike getting a little bit into the grass there. He's going to go wide again with Kirith trying to take the underside, but doesn't quite get it. Kirith ultimately gets it when Mike makes an error coming out of the following corner, going wide. Unfortunately, that's going to give Mike a 0.5 penalty and a Phantom Buster on his tail. Phantom Buster getting into the slipstream. He's going to capitalize on this, and he's going to catch up to Kirith as he legs around Mike, serving that penalty. Kirith getting on to the 5th lap. Phantom Buster close by. Getting in to the slipstream. There's definitely 2 battles going on coming into the International Horseshoe with Mike and Gran Games battling. We've got Kirith and Phantom Buster. Gran Games and Mike almost going side by side. Phantom Buster just hit purple. Mike looking to make a move on the outside. Gran Games stays on the inside. Mike's traction control goes crazy and slowing him down. I think he lost that battle with Phantom Buster almost losing it here into Kirith, but recovers, thankfully. And this will cost him, with Gran Games now catching up to him on the stretch, coming into the 6th lap. Now we're going to have Dreams purple into a penalty. He's going to receive a 1 second as he's coming out of the corner. He's in it right there. Go a little bit too much. He's going to have to serve this with Bob's your uncle chasing him. We've got Playwright and Chunky both battling for third position. Chunky's working his way up the field, so he'll take third just before the 8th lap. Now we've got Playwright trying to get into a slipstream. We'll see if he's able to take the outside. It looks like he does, reclaiming the position. So Chunky's going to have to go onto the attack into the International Horseshoe, and he looks to take the inside. May have tapped a little bit. That's going to slow him down, but Playwright goes wide, himself exiting the corner. Chunky looking to get past Playwright. Coming into this corner, Chunky's going to take the inside with a little bit of contact, unfortunately, to the right fender. He's going to go a little bit wide. Then we're going to have a position change where Bob's Your Uncle gets first after Dream surfs his 1 second penalty from earlier. Deacon Do catching up to Playwright now. Coming out of the horseshoe, Playwright does lose a little bit, so Deacon Do's got some speed. We'll see if he can do it. Dream is looking to take position 1 as he's stuck with Bob after serving his penalty. He's getting into the slipstream. Now we've got Deacon Do also in the slipstream of Playwright. We'll see if he's able to overtake or commits. As we have Dream taking over first position on Bob. Gets that just as the lap transitions and gets fastest lap. Now we have Deacon Do still trying to decide if he wants to overtake. And looks like we'll come back later. Dream was the first one to pit, but Chunky was the first one to receive the 3 second penalty. And unfortunately, we have Mike here who thinks about pitting but doesn't, and I think he's going to struggle with some low fuel. Chunky coming out of the pit with his 3 second penalty there. And then Mike getting passed by Rycam as he is dangerously low on fuel. Now, Bob's Your Uncle. He's just getting into the 13th lap and he just hit low fuel, so he's managing things quite well. Then we also have Chunky. He's going to serve his 3 second penalty. And he's going to get caught up by Playwright as he zooms past him. Bob's Your Uncle does pit last. Now, Bob's Your Uncle does become second quickly, but he had this pit timed perfectly as he reclaims first coming out. Fresh tires, fueled up. As you can see, the map will show how close that was. With Dream close behind him. Chunky trying to catch Playwright. Unfortunately receives a 0.5 penalty in that last exit, but lap 17 he's able to construct an overtake in the horseshoe. Coming down in, we're going to have Playwrights take a sharp line, get a little bit of grass on his tires. He's going to slide and allow Chunky to slip by. And now we have Playwright trying to defend 5th position. We got Deacon Do right behind him and looking to take over 4th. Coming into the corner though, carries a little bit too much speed and loses it a little bit on the corner with all his tires full of grass. He's almost going to lose it on the next corner, but he's able to recover, keep his 6th position. And that will conclude the race, as pretty much that was status quo. We've got Bob's Your Uncle as the winner. And I'm going to flip over the Kirith's view as he'll recap how the race went.
Does it say? It used to say, yeah, Sir Dream. And then we did 30.8. Wow, so Deacon D was really on it. Playwright, Deacon D, Chunky, and myself. I actually had the slowest, fastest lap out of any of these drivers. And it looks like Graham and Rycam were quite close, pace-wise, and Mike, and Phantom Buster. So awesome to see that. I think the whole field within less than 2 seconds. Which is great.
I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, comment, like, and subscribe, as I'll be releasing race 2 in the next week. And that one was quite interesting, as it was pretty much a typhoon for the entire race. Until then, stay safe on the track.